I'm a big believer in metabolic flexibility. The powerful person when it comes to weight loss is the person who is able to switch from keto to eating carbs and not lose control. Don't you want that power? Now, I know not all calories are made the same. I know that. Obviously, a calorie of fat is gonna be metabolically different than a calorie of high processed carbohydrates. I know that. I know calorie is a dirty word, a very dirty word, especially in the space that I'm in the metabolic switch space. A lot of advocates who I respect do not like the term calories. They think calories is, a bad thing, and they think that calories is not the way to lose weight. And to an extent, I half agree with them, but based on my weight loss results, I've always counted calories, and I want to share with you why I think it is important for you to count calories while doing keto OMAD, carnivore OMAD, or ketovore. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Daniela Joy, and I lost the majority of my weight eating one meal a day, keto style. I started my weight loss journey with OMAD last year after getting into a car accident. I wanted to use it as a tool to help me stop binge eating, and it worked. And I was able to make this transformation with OMAD. I started my overall weight loss journey at 282 pounds. I started it off, again, I was in chronic pain. I had an injury, birth injury when I gave birth to my son. My iliopsoas basically just exploded. I'm being a little bit dramatic, but it's exploded, causing tons of back pain, chronic leg pain, and all of that. And it sucked so much because doctors didn't have answers for years. And that resulted in me going to the hospital because I was depressed because no one could figure out why I was in chronic pain. But when I started off my weight loss journey, I did start off with the common sense diet, so that's eliminating all crap food. And then I jumped into keto, and that's when I got the most success. Regular keto, just eating about 1,400 calories of keto, losing a bunch of weight. But through my weight loss journey, I've done keto, I've done now recently carnivore diet, I have done OMAD, and I've done extended fast. So if you're interested in learning how to lose weight, doing the metabolic switch, which I think is the powerful way to lose weight, it's not just about calories, it's about making that metabolic switch, because losing weight is so hard nowadays. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and come join the fam as I document my weight loss journey through vlogs, and I do sit down videos like this, helping you to achieve your weight loss goals. Now, back to the topic at hand. Now, the reason why I believe it's important to count your calories is that you can undereat, especially with keto OMAD and carnivore OMAD. It is a danger of undereating because the diet works so well. You are so satisfied. Now, don't worry about undereating if you're first starting off your weight loss journey and you're morbidly obese. You have enough fuel on your body. Fat is fuel. We gotta remember that, like that one doctor said from my 600-pound life. He's like, you got fat fuel on you. It's on your body. I don't know. There's like a meme or a quote going on here, but he's right. Like, fat is fuel. That is what fat is. Fat is stored calories that our body will use when there is lack of calories. Now, we live in a day and age where calories are plentiful, okay? We ain't, hunter and gatherers anymore. Food isn't scarce anymore, to my fellow human beings who are of European descent. When they were back of hunter-gatherer days and they were in Europe with, the cold weather, food was very sparing, You had to eat in the summer, which was a short window, and then you would have to store those calories, and then winter, you would have to, be sparing calories. Going back to people who are of southern descent, like me, in tropical climates, food was plentiful, but you would have to walk around, and there were days where, you would have like famine, and like days where it would be the dry season and you wouldn't get food so much. So we're not at that time anymore, okay? There's food everywhere. All right, there's food everywhere. We have an obesity epidemic, okay? And even if the people who are not obese, we are having a metabolic epidemic because everyone has skin issues, everyone's depressed, everyone has issues. So these diets can help with those issues, with obesity, with mental health, with regulating hormones, and etc. Now, going back to my whole keto OMAD thing. Okay, with keto OMAD, the dangers of undereating And with carnivore, which I experimented with the other day, and holy crap, I eat so little on the carnivore diet. There is a vlog on that. I'll link it up in the iCard above or link it in the description below. I could barely eat after doing that. Like, I didn't want to eat. I was satisfied. And this was after a day of working out. But that's the dangers with these diets, that like over time, when you get to a position like me, when you are in a place where you're very close to your ideal body weight, not so much the people who are obese. Again, you have excess calories on you. You don't have to worry about that. But you should not be eating less than 1,000 to 1,200 calories. I think that's a good rule. Anyone will lose weight on 1,200 calories. I always say this, a good rule of thumb for men, start off at 1,800, for women, 1,200, and let the scale do its thing. But it's important to count calories, especially when you're doing these diets, because you will undereat, and you want to make sure you get in enough, because if you undereat for too long, you'll put yourself in a situation where your body's going to freaking rebel. It's going to rebel, and then there goes your diet. There goes you being out of control and not having control. So with calories, you can see how much you're consuming. So if you need to eat a little more, you'll make sure you eat a little more. And speaking of control, calories give you portion control. It lets you be able to see how much you're eating. It's a way of measuring the amount of food you're eating. Now, I know not all calories are made the same. I know that. Obviously, a calorie of fat is gonna be metabolically different than a calorie of high processed carbohydrates. I know that. But let's not completely abandon the whole calorie thing. There is a benefit to it, because how many people out there have really done keto for all of their lives? Or how many people out there have really done the carnivore diet for all of their lives? There's gonna be times where you fall off the diet and you get to carbs, and then what happens? You become a carb monster and you eat, and then you don't know how to count your calories, and guess what happens? Oh, you gain weight. And then a lot of these people blame the carbs for gaining weight. No, the carbs didn't make you gain weight. What happened was you eating those carbs triggered something within your body. It increased your hunger and you ate too much calories. That is what happens there. So like, I'm a big believer in metabolic flexibility. The powerful person when it comes to weight loss is the person who is able to switch from keto to eating carbs and not lose control. Don't you want that power? Listen, I lost the majority of my weight using keto and OMAD, or just doing keto in general. And there was a point on my weight loss journey early on this year. There's a video that's titled, Don't Fear the Carbs, You'll Still Lose Weight. Like, so many people have this fear of carbs, thinking that it will make them, gain weight. Carbs are good for you. Listen, I want to be a bodybuilder, so carbs are good for me. I want to build muscle. I want the fuel for my workouts. Carbs are good. So I don't want people fearing carbs. There's benefit to carbs. And when I say carbs, I mean like natural carbs, things like sweet potato, rice, things that come out of the ground. Unprocessed carbs. There are benefits to it, unless it's keto bread. I like keto bread because it's high in fiber. High fiber carbs with a low glycemic index. Not carbs like, pizza. Oh, pizza's really good though. Donuts, unless you do a keto pizza. Donuts, the fast carbs, the unhealthy carbs, the highly processed carbs that make people balloon, like the chips and those hot Cheetos that people like, all that crap. Like, but carbs are good. I just want people to be I don't want people being stuck. There's been many people who've commented on my channel being like, oh, I'm afraid to eat carbs because of this. The powerful person is the one that can go in and out of ketosis and be okay. Even Dr. Mindy Pelz says the power with weight loss comes with being able to make that metabolic switch back and forth. And Dr. Mindy Pelz, who I respect, who is not an advocate of calories, but she does talk about carbs and the importance of carbs and making that metabolic switch. She says that carbs are necessary, They are. So I want people to learn how to lose weight with carbs and learn how to lose weight without carbs. Obviously, you're gonna get more weight loss power with making the metabolic switch with keto, carnivore. Can you call carnivore the metabolic switch? Maybe ketovore. Let's talk about ketovore. You make the metabolic switch there. I guess with carnivore, you kind of do, but your body goes through gluconeogenesis where it produces excess glucose, which is fine because you are, suppressing your carbohydrate intake, which really does help with weight loss. But I want people to have that power because I found that power. I can go in and out of eating carbs and not balloon. I can find control in that. And I want you to find control in that too. So there's that rant. So I think in order to find control with that, you gotta learn how to count your calories. You gotta learn how to portion control. It's just the best way to lose weight. Unless you know how to count your calories without actually counting your calories, it's a win. You can do that with methods with like, OMAD. You can probably get away with it on the carnivore diet, but if you introduce carbs, you gotta learn how to count your calories because it's a way of self-checking yourself. The ones who lose weight and keep it off are the people who consistently count their calories and weigh themselves daily. That's another thing that people need to get used to. Weigh yourself daily. Like, there are the rare few people that may have issues with, disordered eating. Hey, I'm one of them, doesn't matter. But weighing myself is a self-check tool. It helps keep me accountable. It helps me not let the scale get away. Because when people stop weighing themselves and stop counting their calories, or when people stop weighing themselves and stop abiding to the principles of whatever diet they use to lose weight, that could be the carnivore diet, that could be the keto diet, and they go off and they have a bunch of carbs, that's when weight gain happens. So I like calories because counting calories allows for long-term sustainable weight loss with the method of metabolic switching. So OMAD, intermittent fasting, which is what OMAD is, prolonged fasting, etc. So I really think it's important to count your calories for those two reasons. I'll reiterate very quickly. Reason number one, to make sure you're getting in enough calories when you're doing things like carnivore diet, when you're doing things like keto OMAD. Number two, another reason I didn't mention, it's best to count your calories so you're not eating in excess. And yes, you can gain weight on the keto diet, okay? So many people you can gain weight on the keto diet. The carnivore diet is very hard to gain weight on because I don't know how someone can binge eat beets. Like, that's hard. Maybe even bacon, you can't even do this, too much. So it's to prevent overeating too. So you're making sure that you're actually in a calorie deficit. And number three, to make sure you are able to control yourself when you come off of these diets. Anyway, I hope this video was very helpful for you. If it was, please drop a comment below and let me know. Let me know what diets you've tried, because I'm a big advocate of the metabolic switching diet. I'm a big advocate of OMAD. Even alternate day fasting for a short period of time for me personally. There are some people that can do alternate day fasting for a long time. Bless their hearts. I can't do that because I love to work out and exercise. And I know there's people who work out and exercise and do EDF, but I really exercise hard, guys. You know how I exercise, my 2-3 hour workouts, like pounding it away. Things like keto, carnivore, ketovore, which I like. I'm gonna start doing that diet. And if you made this far into the video, just drop in a bunch of yellow sun emojis because I'm wearing yellow and that's my son's favorite color. And I am sending you guys my love. Take care. Bye.